going to the wildlife, to the nature, to the rainforest. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, first thing is our safety precaution. Yeah. So there is three things that we need to highlight for today. First thing is before you walk into the forest after this, or hope to see and explore the nature within by yourself, you're going to explore the nature. So please be careful and take these 3 points very serious. Yeah. The first thing is the thorn on the tree. So as you can see, very plain, but from the closest view, you can see all these thorns coming around here. So it is very dangerous when you are in a rush, especially in the forest. Yeah. So if you feel something stuck on your shirt, on your hands, or your trousers as well, don't push yourself. Stop for a while, reverse, because somehow this thorn might stuck to you, and it will be creating a lot of damage, especially when it goes to your hand. Yeah. So, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, for the nature experience, we are taking our time experiencing all the wildlife, the nature. Yeah. And we don't need to be rushed or panic, or otherwise it might come to some careless things to us. Yeah. So the second thing is actually the roots here. So, ladies and gentlemen, yeah. So the roots here are tangled as we are in the tropical rainforest. Yeah. So at the tropical rainforest, you can see our trees are covered more with shrubs and lianas, or people call them as vine. Yeah. So vine can tangle on your shoes. So don't rush, don't run in the forest. And also, if you are tangled, please don't panic. Yeah. And the last one is that please be careful when you want to touch anything in the rainforest. Yeah, because we have some trees that have a typical spores on their trunk. Yeah. So these guys here actually give you a very serious itchiness if you accidentally touch them, or the spores get into your skin. Yeah. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Okay, my name is Ashraf Amran, and I'm one of the trainee at Rimbawi Geo Discovery. Okay, so here is a termite. Okay, when we are looking at termites, most of the people are mistakenly with the ants. So here I came up with a few techniques to differentiate between the termites and also the ants. Okay, for the first one, if we are looking at it carefully, the waist. Okay, if we are looking at the termites, there are no waist at here, because the abdomen are connected to directly to the thorax. Okay, we don't see any waist. And if we are looking at the end, they have a very distinguished waist, because it is a characteristic of ants. Okay, and the second one is, if you are looking at the termites, they also have a straight antenna and beaded at the end of the antenna. Okay, and for the ants, the antenna are bent in the middle. It's like elbow shape. It's like this. And these termites in these termites are the most successful insects in the world, because they are their distributions are all over the world except for Antarctica. Okay, if we are going to Europe, we have termites over there. If we are going to Arab, we have termites, and also Asia. So in Malaysia, we have more than 200 species of termites, and in the world, we have more than 3,000 recorded until this day. And so these termites are consisting of a few strata. Okay, if we are going to see its nest, maybe we can tell more. And for its strata, it has a queen, okay, king, and also worker, and the guardian, what we call it, the guardian, the one who defends the workers and also defend the nest. So the guardian
the soldier, yeah, that one. The soldier termite will defend because it has the most characteristics such as big claw, big head, and also much more bigger compared to the worker one. Okay, and the the the, the king are the only male are fertile. Usually, all of the soldier and also the worker are sterile one. Okay. Example of termite nest. Okay. So at the first one, when the termite it started from the termite from this nest when the queen identifying or the population over here being too crowded, the queen will think that he needs to lay eggs that produce their fry, their colony that has to have the wing. So when they are laying the eggs are hatched, and the wing one, the new population that has wing and will go outside. So if you are found the insect look like termites are flying around, that are the royal family, and when they will mate with each other, and they will colonizing the new colony. Okay, we have here the bigger one, and if then over there we have the smaller one. Okay, so probably the colony over here, and the new royal family is over here. Okay, that's all from me. Thanks. So I will pass back into the Ikramullah. Okay.
All right, so that's a little bit of the talk about our first very hardworking insects here we got in our rainforest. Yeah. So ladies and gentlemen, they are typically very, very important in our rainforest, where they are the one that actually digest all of our dried leaf and dried woods around here. If without them, we particularly will be walking inside lots of leaves, and also the trunk may take about like 10 or 20 years to actually just deposit. Yeah, but with the help of this termite, we can actually settle them within months or within 1 or 2 years. Yeah, so we continue our walk here. Let's give applause to Mr. Shafiq.
Hello, good morning everyone. My name is Muhammad Shafiq, one of trainee in Rimbawi Geo Discovery. So today I would like to share a little bit about the makaranga. In Malaysia, the Malay call this tree as maha. Yeah. So in the world, we have about 280 species of makaranga, and some say there are about over 300 species. And in Malaysia itself, we have about 28 species of makaranga. So in front of us, this one, yeah. So this is the scientific name of this plant we call as the makaranga triloba, yeah, triloba, this one. So let me take a single leaf of this plant. As you can see the leaf, we can spot that 1, 2, 3. So this is the reason why we call this species as makaranga triloba, because have 1 loop, 3 loop, and 1, 2, 3, the triloba. Okay. So there are some other species of makaranga in Malaysia. For example, I can give you makaranga tenarius, makaranga gaginta, the kubin, the very big one, and this the smaller one. So basically, the life of makaranga, they are a small tree, and they can live and grow up until 20 meters. Yeah, they can be easily be found in the secondary forest, as they are the indicator of this. And if you see the leaf, yeah, a bit closer, you can see they are glabrous. The leaf and the branch are glabrous. You can see they are hairy. Yeah. So this is one of the characteristics of the makaranga triloba. So actually, if normal people go into the forest, they will look this plant is just like a plant. It's not importance of this plant because it can be easily found in the secondary forest. But I would like to share to you the importance of this tree. Yeah, the first one is actually this tree have a very important relation with the dictrocarps. Why I say like that? Because the young dictrocarp, if they are grow on the land and they are very exposed to sunlight, the tendency of them to survive is very low. So this tree actually will create a shadow to cover the sapling of the dictrocarp so that the dictrocarp can survive until they reach the maturity. And when dictrocarp reach the maturity, so this plant will get die itself. Yeah. So actually, this tree also being used in the agroforestry project. So where some of the players use this tree to help to do the reforestation. So because this tree will help the young sapling of dictrocarp to survive. Okay, and the second one, if we look to the life cycle of this tree, so based on my reading, so when this tree reach about 10 centimeter, so there will be another insect will come to this plant. Yeah. So when they reach 10 centimeter, the ants will go inside this tree. There are a mutualistic relationship between the ants and this tree. So basically, in the concept, the tree will provide the shelter for the ants, and the ants will provide or we secure the tree from herbivore. So why is the reason the ants come to this tree? So when I'm in class, I remember one of my lecturer, Prof. Dr. Mareti, said to me, to the class, he said that this tree actually provide the carbohydrate. So the ants will come in this tree and get the food. At the same time, the ants will protect this tree from the herbivore. So the grasshopper, like for example, grasshopper or the herbivore insect can't damage their leaf. So you can see the leaf is white, but there are some still the broken. But in concept, the trees will be protected by the ants. So one of the benefits of the tree, so they will provide the food for the ants, and the ants will provide the protect the trees. At the same time, the trees can protect the young sapling of the dictrocarp. So our forest will become more stable, and the reforestation or the regrowth of the dictrocarp will be smooth. Is it from me? Thank you very much.
Hello, hi everyone. So my name is Zaro, also one of my friends of Rimbawi Geo Discovery. So today is about a little sharing about the stingless bee. So what is stingless bee? When we are talking about stingless bee, the sentiments of the public is just like they are only small insect, the black small insect. They give nothing to us. But today, I would like to recorrect the sentiments of public about the stingless bee. So, for your information, we have over 500 species of stingless bee in worldwide. For Malaysia, we have over 75 species of stingless bee. So, the stingless bee that has been used by the Malaysians to have their honey is only 2 species. One of them is Heterotigona hitam. So, as you can see, the stingless bee share a little bit characteristic with the honeybee, except for the size. So, the Mardi has come out with a point, which is it states that the stingless bee was a much successful pollinator for the pollen due to their size. Their size is very small, so they can have access to the core of the flower to reach the highest concentration pollen area. So that's why their honey is a little bit sour and thicker compared to the honeybee, because the concentration of the pollen is very high, and also they have expecting the what we call it fermentation process, which is will produce the antioxidant substance within the honey, which will increase the immune system of the human. So the distribution of the stingless bee is around the tropical region, as you can see in the Australia, Asia. So the study has been conducted and has resulted that the stingless bee has been responsible to pollinate crop over 15 countries over the world. So a little bit comparison from a honeybee and the stingless bee. The most major differences is their sizes and also sting. But we need to be careful. Why? Because the stingless bee does attack humans if they are being threatened. How they will threaten the human? Not by their sting, but by attacking the soft spot for the human. Example, the nostril, the eyelid, and also the lid. So it will cause a very unfavorable situation for the victim. And also, we can see the behavior of the stingless bee. They tend to be more relaxed when they are foraging their hive. Meanwhile, for the bees, they are more busy. That's why people come with the idiom as busy as the bees, because they will move very rapidly around their hive. So, for the extra information, the stingless bee practice the using of pheromones for gaining their food resources and also protection purposes. So the male bees and also the soldier will sting or put the pheromone to the thing that will cause harm to their hive. After the pheromone be placed, the other bees will try to attack the potential harm, so the hive can be protected. And also for the food, they use the same ways by aiming for the potential resources, so they will allowing the rest of the hive mates to go to the resources and have the food. And also very interesting about their hive is because their hive are being made by the propolis. It's a resin substance from the trees, which will strengthen the structure of the hive and also become a good substance to build chamber to keep their honey. And also the entrance of the hive is being made by the bitumen. Bitumen is the mixture of the mud, oil, and sometimes the dropping of the animal. They will strengthen the structure, and this allow any predators to enter their hive and also protect the hive from the rain when they are raining season. So as you can see, the potential be bring by the stingless bee has been utilized by the human by make them into the farming sector. So we can see these few years, human love to farming the stingless bee to harvest their honey. Why human try to harvesting the honey from the stingless bee? Because the content of the honey much more higher and much more healthier compared to honeybee. As I mentioned before, it's full of antioxidant. It's good for the heal wound and also immune system for the human. And also the stingless bee is easy to be taken care of because the flying range for the honeybees is 500 meters, and they are not tend to abandon their hive compared to honeybees, because sometimes when they are satisfied with the area, they will leave to a new area and leave their old hive behind. And also, we can see all these points I've been mentioned here, we can conclude that the stingless bee have high potential to be developed into a subject for a tourism, education, and also economic gain sector. So that's all my sharing about the stingless bee, and I will pass you guys to our Ikramullah.
Alright guys, back to me. So that is a little bit of the explanation of our stingless bee. Yeah,